I ended up getting into, I left FCI and I got into a very bad partnership. And it wasn't even a partnership. It was more of like, I kind of got used a little bit. Older gentleman. I was sort of running the show, not making any money. And I finally kind of saw the light and got out of there. And it's
Can
just
you
been
tell me why you got into that partnership in the first place?
yeah.
What was the mindset and the decision process?
I think I was looking for somebody to like help me build something. I wasn't confident in my own abilities, especially in a new city, new state, new place, new regulations or different building standards, if you will. And I was kind of like, gosh, I would really love to team up with somebody. I think if somebody can help me do some of the business stuff, I can do the builder stuff. Like, I was like, that's what I was really looking for. And I'm like, that'd be awesome. And I just sort of bought into that mentality and I found this guy and I found him on Craigslist. In the beginning, it worked out fairly well. And then it just turned south and my eyes were opened after a few
So
comments that he had made. And it kind of forced my hand.
I think
Okay.
it's important. You've said it, but I want to just put a little highlighter on it. The difference between what you thought about being in a partnership and what you think about it now, because we've talked about this, so I
Right.
know a little more about what you think and why, which you explained, I think, why you were open to a partnership before versus why you're not now. So, I mean, those are really important to listeners, especially people that are starting out a little bit scared, think they need help, think they need advice, think they need money, think they need whatever it is. Okay. Anyway, if you can just expand on it a little bit, it's a really important point, I think.
Of like what I thought of a partnership then versus what I think now.
Yes.
No.
And
Yeah.
and why?
Sure.
You know.
Yeah, I think at the time, I thought a partnership was going to be the answer to success, right? To your point, I thought that was like, okay, two people come together, meeting in the minds, it's going to be great. I'm going to contribute, full amount. They're going to contribute full amount, and we're going to do something great together. And that was like kind of what I would consider shoring up a weakness or a perceived weakness I had of lack of business fundamentals, maybe, or lack of business experience. And that's what I thought I had found. This guy kind of promoted himself as a business guy. He was into marketing and sales, and he really talked the talk. And after going through that experience, it really hardened me in a sense of like, I really kind of doubled down on sort of the FU mentality of like, I don't need anybody. And after that, I was like, if I can't do it myself, then I'm going to go be, and this is my fundamental belief that if I can't do this myself, and build a team, it's not all me, but grow this thing from the top, then I'm going to go be a fantastic number two that I looked for in the beginning for somebody who has that capability as well. And I'll just be an incredible number two. So.
So I think really what you were looking for was validation in your partnership, not just, you didn't feel like you could do it yourself. And so if I have this other guy, then we can make it work. And it's validating to me. And then you realize that you actually didn't need validation from anyone else. Yes, you need guidance. Yes, you need support. You can't do it alone, but you can be the sole owner. You can be the visionary. You can be the operator that puts everything into place. And I think that's the lesson that most people need to learn is that they don't need validation through a partnership. They may need validation through, hey, I got a customer. That's validation. Hey, I made profit on this job. That's validation. I accomplished this milestone. That's validation. But it doesn't come in the form of, oh, I get validation through this partnership.